Arsene. How special is it going to be for you to come up against a former team for the first time in a competitive match tomorrow?
Well, for me it's of course interesting to. I'm happy that Monaco is back at the top level. For the rest, I'm for 18 years manager of Arsenal Football Club and focused on just qualify for the quarter-final against a good side.
What sort of game are you expecting tomorrow night?
Well, Monaco, if you look at the numbers, there's a team who made 11 points at the group stage. They scored 4 goals and conceded 1. So that means they defend very well, and that's what they will certainly try to do tomorrow. And very good on the break, quick in transition. So that's what you expect from them.
In terms of your team news, are there likely to be any changes to the squad from Saturday?
No, the only uncertainty I have at the moment is Wilshere, but everybody else is available.
And Jack Wilshere didn't train today, but we understand that's just a...
He was rested.
Why would you rest Jack today?
Because he trained hard until now.
It's in no way a setback, is it?
No.
So will he be involved at all
tomorrow? I don't think so, no.
But for the weekend?
Certainly.
In terms of Monaco, what significance does that period of your career have in the context of what you've achieved in football? Well,
basically it's a start of my career, and I didn't know how long I would be in the job and where I would be, you know. And it's my first chance to be in the big club. I was very young, and you're always grateful for that.
What characteristics would sum up this current Monaco team?
Look, I would say that it is a Rybolov left team. That means it's the first time they have put a lot of investment into the team again, because they were in the second division. And that means it's the first time they invested a lot of money again and came up and qualified for the Champions League. They're certainly now in the second phase of that process. That means they respect more the financial fair play and have a strategy that is more based on use.
What would be the dangers in anyone thinking that Arsenal have had an easy or an easier draw this year?
Look, we are for 17 consecutive years in the Champions League, and that would mean we have not learned the lesson that easy is a word that you have to ban in the Champions League, and it's hard-earned. Every time we were in there, it was hard-earned wins. It is always one goal difference. You go out, or for one goal you stay in, and that means you have to work very hard.
And defensively, is that their strongest area of their team?
It is, and I believe as well physically it's a very strong team. That's why they are defensively strong, because it's a disciplined team who works very hard for each other, and that makes them efficient.
Danny, what does a Champions League tie against Monaco mean to you and the rest of the players?
Yeah, we know obviously going into tomorrow night it's going to be a tough tie for us, and it's a game that's going to be played over 2 legs, and we're not just going to be focused on tomorrow, but we want to be getting the right result and obviously set us up nicely for the second tie.
Do you get the feeling that this is a point in the Champions League where the competition begins for real as a player?
Yeah, but I think it starts from game day 1, and we know every single game in the Champions League, it's every single game it means a lot, and you need to try and get the best out of each match, and we obviously try and get the win on the day, and obviously tomorrow starts it's the start of the knockout round, and going into the Monaco game, we've prepared well, we've analysed our team, and we're just looking forward to it.
Arsene, you come into this match on a run of really good form, just 1 defeat in your last 9. I just wonder what aspect of your recent performances have given you the most satisfaction?
What I take from our recent performances, that we can be confident because we won our games, and I think we have the right commitment, we have the right spirit in the side to be confident. But of course, you know, it's hard-fought games in the Champions League, and what we need, I think, is to be ready mentally to prepare ourselves to go as far as we can all together on the concentration level.
I just wonder how much mentally you're affected by the last few years in the last 16 in the Champions League, which hasn't been the best for you, has it?
Look, first of all, it's difficult to get out of a group stage. What happens in the last 4 years, we have gone out in the last 4 years, that's true. 2 times against the winner of the league. And what we have learned as well, it was or on goal difference or because of 1 goal. That's what just I told you before. That shows you that every single minute of this game will be absolutely massively important, because we have gone out, yes, but just. And what we want to stay in, even if it is just.
Do you feel this year's draw gives you a sense that perhaps you can go further this time?
Look, even in the last 4 years, we came always out frustrated, because we conceded 3 times a goal at home in the first 30 minutes, and that goal knocked us out. So it was really tight, and we have learned from that, and that's what we can show tomorrow.
Danny, from a player's perspective, is that something that you talk about amongst yourselves when you've had a disappointment at a club 4 years in a row? I know not you personally, but you've got to a certain stage of a competition and fallen short. Is it something you discuss or not really?
It's not something that comes into discussion. I think once we've finished one game, we're just looking on to the next one, and that's the most important thing. And you can't really be looking too much into the past about what you could have done here, but it's about making things right and learning from that experience and taking it into the next game. So I think coming into tomorrow night's match, everybody's confident and going into it. We want to win the game.
Arsene, can I ask you for your reaction to FIFA recommending today that the Qatar World Cup be held in November and December?
I think it's just. I regret that just took them so much time to realize that it's impossible to play in the summer, and I think it makes sense. If you want people to survive there at the games, it's the only way to do it in a decent way, in a comfortable way for the supporters. I think about the players, you don't worry, but for the supporters, it's the only way. It's the right decision.
Do you think UEFA could have done more to fight for, say, Premier League clubs and having a different date?
At the moment, they've chosen Qatar for the World Cup 2022. You knew that everybody will have to adapt to that decision, and that it will be impossible to play in the summer. After that, of course, everybody will have to reorganize their fixtures and their season. That will not be easy. I'm not a specialist of fixture organizations, but I'm conscious that will be in the middle of a season, basically for the Premier League.
Is it something that players talk about, Danny, at all, or too far away?
No, we've not really spoke about that. It's not for us to make that
For
decision.
the grandchildren, 2022.
Okay, well,
Hello. I came from Poland to ask you this question. Could you tell us who's going to be tomorrow goalkeeper number 1? If David Ospina, how far right now from the starting lineup is Wojciech?
I cannot tell you that today.
So if you could just give us some, to the Polish fans who are worried, what's happening with Wojciech? Any words of what's now?
Look, I worry about every single player of my squad, and I want every single player to be happy. But at the end of the day, only 11 players can start the game. But that's the same for every single player. We have competition for places, and that's part of our job. I don't think that's a special worry.
okay, last couple now.
Arsene, is David Ospina fit? 'Cause he seemed to have maybe picked up a bit of a back problem.
He's fit. He's trained.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one quick question on Monaco. Looking back, does it still not sit well with you about what happened with the match fixing scandal and having what you had to achieve?
Well, that had nothing to do with Monaco. That did penalise Monaco.
Yeah.
And
Do you feel you could have achieved more?
I think I got over that with the time, and I believe that football has moved forward, and I have as well.
Danny, how do you feel the link-up's working with? Obviously, it's quite an attacking lineup you've got now with yourself, Olivier and Sanchez and Özil?
Yeah, it's working well, but obviously there's a lot of attacking options, which gives the manager a good headache to have. And I think once everybody's on the pitch, they're going to give 100%, and they're going to give the best for the team, and that's the most important. So, you know, once you're on the pitch, you need to do your job properly, and whoever comes in will obviously do the same.
Okay, Arsene, Monaco have caused some big upsets over the years. When you got to this stage, you've then been considered as the underdog. Now it seems to be the flip side, where you're the favourites for the tie. How does that feel about going into this?
Yes, it means Monaco, I heard yesterday, they said that we have the pressure because we are favourite. Maybe, I don't know if we are favourite or not. For me, it's a 50-50 game. But even though it is a pressure on the game, but that's what you want to do. The worst thing that happened in my career is to play games without any pressure. And I love that, and because there's a lot at stake. And that's what the kind of games you want to play when you're a manager and when you are a player.
And for you personally, is this the one competition when you look back, you'd love to get your hands on that Champions League trophy?
Yeah, of course. We were so close, you know. We played one final, two semi-finals, 4 quarter-finals. And that's what you want to do, is to go to the end and win it. But if you look around you, you know only one thing. Let's do it step by step. Because if you look at the teams who are competing, you have always a reason to think, oh, it's difficult. So let's just try to do the next game, go into that with belief and humility, and try to give absolutely everything we can.
Okay, and just something French now, please. Thank you.
Arsène, bonjour. Vous retrouvez Monaco pour la première fois. Dans quel état d'esprit?
What's your mindset approaching the
J'ai
Monaco
beaucoup de
game?
respect pour ce club qui m'a donné ma chance dans ma vie d'entraîneur. Donc,
for Monaco, because they played an important role in my career as a coach.
Beaucoup de reconnaissance pour le club, et
I've
aussi
got a lot of
je suis heureux que
recognition, a lot of
Monaco soit revenu
gratitude
au très très
towards
haut
Monaco,
niveau.
and I'm very happy that Monaco are back at the top level, because that really
survit au haut
that
niveau.
the club
C'est toujours bien
has
quand tu as quitté
survived.
un club de voir que il va bien.
And it really shows that they're doing well, because
Donc, faut pas que ça
you
s'arrête.
need a lot of energy
c'est
to
très
keep
bien de
going,
voir
and
que
we need to make
Monaco,
sure this doesn't stop. And I
revient
think
au
it's
très haut
great
niveau.
that Monaco are back at the top level.
Ce match est peut-être l'occasion d'une réflexion sur votre carrière. Comment est-ce que vous expliquez votre longévité?
How do you explain your longevity at Arsenal?
Écoutez, je pense que c'est comme quand tu fais un marathon, tu fais 1 kilomètre après l'autre, tu te concentres sur le prochain pas, et puis quand tu te retournes, tu vois que tu as fait de la distance. Pourquoi? Je me reconnais une seule valeur, c'est que j'ai beaucoup travaillé dans ma vie.
There's one thing going for me, that's what I've worked very hard throughout my career. The Vice President Vassiliev has said that the pressure is on Arsenal, and that Arsenal are favourites.
Ouais, j'ai aucun problème avec ça. Vous savez,
I've got no problem with that.
Ça fait partie des jeux d'avant-match. Je ne refuse pas la pression, même si nous sommes favoris parce que peut-être nous avons plus d'expérience dans la compétition. Mais Monaco a terminé premier, nous avons terminé deuxième de notre groupe. Donc, je pense vraiment que c'est équilibré. Et même si on a le statut de favori, ça ne me dérange pas. Ce qui est important, c'est de jouer ces matchs-là et de tout donner pour se qualifier.
You have come across Dimitar Berbatov in the Premier League. What do you remember about him from your time as coach?
Est-ce qu'il est sur le déclin? Je ne sais pas. Je pense que c'est un attaquant exceptionnel. Il a 34 ans et joue toujours au très haut niveau. Et quand vous regardez les attaquants qui à 34 ans jouent toujours au très haut niveau, il n'y en a pas beaucoup. Pourquoi a-t-il survécu à ce niveau-là? Parce qu'il a une valeur technique exceptionnelle. C'est toujours la technique qui permet de durer. Quand le physique baisse un peu, vous le remplacez par l'intelligence et la technique. Et là, il en a. C'est pour ça qu'il a survécu à son âge. Alors, est-ce que physiquement, il est plus fort qu'il y a 10 ans? Certainement pas. Mais il compense par son intelligence de jeu et son côté anticipation dans la surface de réparation.
Arsenal have gone out in the last 16 over the last few years against some top sides, but do you feel that this year that you've got more of a chance of going through?
Nous sommes sortis 4 fois les dernières années contre les deux futurs vainqueurs,
against two teams that went on to win the competition.
Mais toujours sur un but ou marqué à l'extérieur ou sur un but de différence. Donc ça s'est toujours joué à très peu de choses et contre des équipes qui étaient super favorites contre nous. Donc ce qu'on peut apprendre de cela, c'est que ça va être difficile pour nous parce que même si on est peut-être un peu dans la tête des Français favoris, ça se joue toujours à très peu de choses.